All right, guys, today we need to talk about CS2 cases once again because there's actually something very, very interesting going on with CS2 cases right now that could point us to the fact that right now could be the perfect time, or at least a very, very good time to be buying some CS2 cases, at least in my opinion. Now, even if you're not necessarily interested in being a CS2 case investor or buying some cases or whatever, there still is even another interesting way that we're going to be talking about in this video today to make some money that does involve cases as well that might interest you a little bit more, even if you aren't specifically interested in case investing. So plenty to talk about in this video today. Lots of interesting stuff going on in the CS2 markets as always. But of course, first, just want to mention my cash trading business. If you guys are looking to sell any of your CS2 items, turn them into cold hard cash, crypto, PayPal, any other payment method, hit me up over on Twitter. It's going to be the first link in the description below. I like to buy anything and everything for the right price, but of course, we prefer getting the big deals done. So if you have any expensive skins, knives, gloves, bolt cases, maybe you want to sell your entire inventory, whatever, hit me up and we can get you cashed out safely, effectively, and efficiently, and you're helping support me, my channel, my content by selling to me, so I would appreciate that a ton. With that being said, let's get right into this video today. So I thought this tweet was very, very interesting from Raw CSGO, but this is also something that I have noticed, or at least I have been made aware of by people in my YouTube comments over the past couple of weeks. So ever since the trade reversal update happened, I believe it was on July 16th, there's been this weird phenomenon where if you've been tracking case prices on third-party marketplaces, places like Buff or Float or whatever, I don't know, Gamer Pay, whatever popular marketplaces people use these days, you have noticed case prices have dropped a little bit. Most cases are down from their all-time highs. Most cases are down over the last month, over the last week, whatever. But as I was making videos about how cases were dropping or the case market was dropping or whatever, people kept, being in my comments like, oh, you're clickbaiting. Prices haven't even dropped at all. Oh, prices are at all-time highs, whatever. So where was the disconnect? Was it just straight up clickbait? Was I lying? Was I, making up like screenshots of tweets and charts and stuff in my videos? Like, no, absolutely not. The disconnect was that people were looking at Steam for a lot of their stuff. And what we saw was on third-party marketplaces, prices were dropping, but on Steam, prices were remaining pretty steady, if not even increasing a little bit. A lot of cases were still at all-time highs. Now, again, what the heck is going on there? Why was this? Now, this is still a phenomenon that we see true today. This is like 3 weeks later. We're getting closer and closer to a month since this update has happened. So, Ra tweeted out, as case prices plummet on third-party marketplaces, they remain largely unaffected on the Steam community market, to the point where we see some cases are now almost reaching minus 50% off on third-party marketplaces. So here we see the Clutch case. This thing is $1.22 Steam. This is all euros, but still, we can, the ratios are still going to be there. $1.22 on Steam and $1.71 on Buff and Upin. That's a 42% difference. We see the Danger Zone case, $2.10 on Steam and $1.21 on Buff. That's going to be a 43% difference. Here we have the Prisma 2 case. Now, again, this isn't just like active duty cases. This isn't just like trash cases or something like that. This is Prisma 2, one of the best cases for CS2 investing. This thing is at $2.05 on Steam and $1.12 on Upin and Buff. That is a 46% difference. And then, of course, we have the glove case, a little bit less of a difference here, $15 and then $9.75. Now, I will say historically what I have seen as the biggest difference for cases, the usual ratio, the usual percentage that I have seen is about 35%. So when I see the glove case has a 35% difference, to me, that's not really that big of a deal. Now, most items in general, I think, are somewhere between like a 25 to 35% difference. Maybe 30% is usual for like skins and stuff like that. But cases, I've seen 35% as a pretty standard. Now, this Prisma 2 case getting down to 46%, that is pretty crazy. That is pretty insane. Danger Zone being at 43, that's pretty crazy. Clutch case being at 42, that's pretty crazy, especially because Clutch, Danger Zone, and Prisma 2 are three of my favorite cases for CS2 investment. Now, the interesting opportunities here is, one, the fact that these cases have been dropping in prices. So right now could be the perfect time to buy cases, because if we look at over the past week, I do believe every single case is down in price. This is Buff 163 prices. Every single case, so like cash prices, every single case is down in price over the past 7 days. And also you see a lot of red in the past 30 days as well. Over the past month, 2 months, 7 days, whatever, cases are down. Now, hey, I'm somebody who believes cases are the best investment of all in all of CS2. I think CS2 investing in general is like market beating. So we're talking about the best of the best in an already insane market, which is cases. So if I can ever buy cases at a discount, I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to be buying cheap rare cases at discounts whenever I can. So when I see something like recoil case, which it's not a rare case, but it's still one I'm keeping an eye on as the cheapest case in the game. When it's down almost 11%, that's something I'm interested in. Gamma 2 case, when it's down 12% in the past week, that's something I'm keeping an eye on. Clutch case being down 8%, that's something I'm very, very interested in. Spectrum 2 case down 8% in the past week. Now, again, if we kind of sort this by gains, we will see if it wants to load. Again, I'm pretty sure that not a single case is up in the past week in terms of cash prices, so that is pretty crazy. Maybe this page will refresh, maybe not. I don't know. Price Empire has been very buggy and glitchy for me recently, but either way, point being, cases are down across the board. Most cases are down in the past week. Most cases are down in the past month. Most cases are down in the past 2 months. So when I have a chance to buy really, really great investments, buy the dip on them, throughout the history of cases in CS2, being able to buy the dip has never really been a bad idea. Now, the other interesting thing here is this trade reversal update. A lot of people predicted, or a lot of people were at least worried about or concerned about, that case unboxing numbers would drop pretty drastically due to this new update. Because again, it's hard to buy cases in bulk due to the 1,000 inventory limits and the fact that you have to wait 7 days before you can even buy more stuff. It's hard to do big unboxings for cases because, again, it's hard to get your hands on thousands and thousands and thousands of cases. And yeah, obviously, a lot of people who open up cases like to open them up in bulk and like to open them up in really ridiculous numbers. And streamers, will open up thousands of cases, and YouTubers and all these different people. And all of a sudden, when you have limits, yeah, you can make alt accounts and you can have, all these different possibilities. There's workarounds, but it's a little bit more annoying now. It's a little bit extra work, and maybe people would be disincentivized to do that. Now, again, I talked about how this is not something I was worried about because people love opening cases, people love gambling, people love doing all these different things. And if people want to do something hard enough or want to do it enough, they'll figure out a way, especially if it's not really that complicated or that crazy. It's just more annoying now. It's more inconvenient. Obviously, I don't prefer this new update. I wish things weren't like this, but what we have seen is that at least so far, case unboxing numbers are still holding pretty strong. 36 million cases unboxed in the past month. Now, obviously, a week or two of that is still pre-trade reversal update. I have like something in my eye I can't see. But if we actually scroll to the weekly unboxing numbers, we will see, obviously, this is all in the past week. This is all post trade reversal update. We still have almost 8 million cases unboxed in the past week. And really, the kind of milestone that I've always looked at, for the past couple of years that I've been looking at case unboxing data is about 7 million. If you have about 1 million cases unboxed per day, anything over that is going to be very, very, very good. Now, obviously, over the past couple of months, we've been at insane numbers. We've been way over 1 million per day. Now, those numbers are coming back down a little bit. Again, going from 36 million in the past month to less than 8 million in the past week. That's going to put us at less than 32 million for the month versus 36 million for the past month. So case unboxing numbers are definitely falling. Now, is this all because of the trade reversal update? Is it even because of the trade reversal update at all? We don't know for sure. I would assume the trade reversal update is contributing to that number dropping a little bit, but we've also seen the player base dropping for like 4 months straight or something like that. We also haven't really gotten any new content updates. Obviously, the Fever case is kind of getting older and older. It's not, the shiny new case that it was a couple of months ago when it first came out. So there's a lot of reasons for case unboxing numbers to be dropping, but overall, I would say things are still very, very, very strong. We've seen 2.4 million Fever cases unboxed in the past week, over, almost 8 million cases unboxed in the past week. Things are still going strong. So the fact that cases are down, but case unboxing numbers have not plummeted, they've not fallen drastically, they're, holding up okay, even when the player base is falling and this weird trade reversal update, that makes me incentivized to want to buy cases even more. Now, again, I asked Ra, hey, why would this even be a thing? I don't really understand. Now, I do understand, but at the same time, when there is things, like arbitrage between Steam and third-party marketplace and stuff like that, I was a little bit surprised that prices were being pushed away this heavy. Now, obviously, Ra says some stuff that we've already talked about in videos before. He said cases from trades can't be opened instantly, removing the instant gambling temptation. Items from trades can't be stored, hindering case investors. Both are still possible through the Steam community market. Now, he's saying Steam prices are remaining higher because you're actually kind of incentivized to buy cases through Steam now, because if you buy them through Steam, you can open them right away. If you buy cases through Steam right now, you can put them right into storage units. So if you want to unbox cases, Steam is a really good place to buy them from right now. And if you want to invest in cases, Steam is a really good place to buy from them right now. Now, they are more expensive overall, so you're spending more money, but also when you go go to sell, as long as you want to get Steam balance, you'll be able to sell for more money as well. But hey, Steam money is not real money, so I don't think it's a lot of people's end goal to end up selling for Steam balance, because guess what? Steam balance isn't going to pay your bills. Steam balance isn't going to pay rent. Steam balance isn't going to put food on the table. Now, obviously, you can sell for Steam balance and cash out to other stuff, but then you may as well have just been in cash in the first place and buying for cheaper prices. Now, again, when I see Steam prices are, drastically this much higher than cash prices, that makes me want to buy for cash prices even more, because I feel like I'm getting more of a discount, and that's really good. Now, the other interesting opportunity here, and another way to make money all this, is, again, like I was talking about, that arbitrage. Now, to me, it doesn't make much sense that prices are getting this far apart, because, again, this is just cases that this is happening for, because, again, cases, you are incentivized to buy off Steam because you can open them right away, you can store them right away, you can invest in them right away, all that good stuff. But other items, while trade reversal is still annoying for all of the other kinds of items, it affects, cases and stickers and stuff like that even more. But there is still Steam balance to cash price ratios for a bunch of different things. And if the balance of that starts to get too far apart, you actually can buy cases for cash, sell them for Steam balance, and then you can make the difference between those, and then you can buy something else that has a smaller gap in the ratio, sell it back for cash, and actually make money. Now, again, there was somebody else in this thread talking about how this also reintroduces the idea of the Steam Deck arbitrage, which, if you guys don't know about that, that is where you would buy, something for cash, sell it on Steam, and then use your Steam balance to buy a Steam Deck, and then sell the Steam Deck on like eBay or Facebook Marketplace, or wherever you would be able to sell a Steam Deck, and get out to cash that way. Now, again, when you have these really, really big ratios between cash and Steam, people are incentivized to take advantage of those, which will again eventually close this gap. Now, could that mean cash prices going up? Could that mean Steam prices going down? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but that is at least another way you can go out and potentially take advantage of this huge discrepancy right now that we're seeing between Steam and buff prices. But these things are very weird right now. They're very strange, but I don't really see any horrible signs for cases, unboxing numbers, case investing, anything like that. So when if the fundamentals haven't drastically changed and it's not the end of the world, and case investing isn't dead, and case unboxing isn't dead or anything like that, when I see a nice little dip in cases,